Welcome to Yorkville Sound. The following is a video tour of our manufacturing and distribution center in Pickering, Ontario, Canada. Over 250 people work in this facility, located just east of Toronto. This is where we build Yorkville and VTC branded pro audio electronic and loudspeaker product, as well as the iconic Traynor instrument amplifier line. You are now looking at one of the 4 computer-controlled routers in our 150,000 square foot Pickering, Ontario factory, used to cut all of the wood components used in our solid plywood cabinet construction. We maximize the use of all our raw material resources by designing all CNC programs to use as much of the raw sheets as possible. Here we move to the cabinet assembly area, where the pieces cut in the wood shop are assembled into the speaker cabinets. Precision jigs ensure alignment of all of the parts, and high tensile glue is applied to all joints. Brad nails are added for additional stability and to hold pieces in perfect alignment until the glue sets. Here, 2 parallel lines are in operation, maximizing workflow through this phase of production. Generally, we use 15mm Baltic birch plywood in most of our products, as it provides exceptional ruggedness and long-term reliability, although we will use poplar or ferdella for select products where a lighter weight, more resonant cabinet design is preferred. Great care is taken to sand and seal the cabinets, and any imperfections in the wood are filled and sanded before painting. A great deal of handwork and fine attention to detail is taken in the process. And here you see a number of completed cabinets getting ready for the next step in the process, painting and finishing. Automated overhead conveyors carry the assembled cabinets to one of 4 in-house paint booths, where they are either finished with a rugged ultra-thin painted finish or covered with a black rubberized epoxy coating needed to affix the ozite covering used on our Elite and YX series cabinets. We elect to do our painting by hand, with highly skilled technicians, as this allows careful attention to detail and a last opportunity to thoroughly inspect the cabinets before final production. In all cases, we use environmentally sensitive glues, paints, and adhesives. As you can see, our paint booths recover all overspray before it gets into the environment. Our technicians are fully protected in accord with all Canadian health and safety regulations, some of the most stringent and comprehensive in the world. And here you see the painted cabinets being moved via our overhead conveyor to their final destination, our finishing line, where ozite will be applied to select models and the rest of the speaker components will be installed. As part of our vertical integration process, all key metal components for our products are manufactured in-house as well. We are now looking at our metal shop, where our amplifier chassis, speaker grills, powered speaker amp bodies, and bracing materials are fabricated. A number of computer-controlled presses and punches are used in our state-of-the-art metal shop. Here you see a chassis for one of our newest base heads taking shape. The flat metal sheet that was cut and punched on our computer-controlled press is now bent into shape by hand with precision and careful attention to detail. Here we are shaping flat sheets of our custom perforated speaker grill material to fit a PA speaker. Completed curved grills can be seen in the foreground. All of our metal components are powder-coated for added durability and rust-proofing. This is an entirely different process than is used for painting our wood cabinets and done in a separate, environmentally sensitive space in our facility. Several different powder coat colors, textures, and finishes are regularly used on various different product lines and brands manufactured in our Pickering factory. In addition to large pieces like chassis and grills, small precision components including badges and control panels can be fabricated quickly and efficiently in our metal shop. We also handle our chassis screening and color inkjet printing to install model numbers, branding logos, control panel screening, or in this case, create Yorkville badges in-house, maximizing efficiency and speeding our production time. Continuing our tour, we next move to the area of the factory that manufactures the essential electronic components of our product. Here you see our newly acquired SMT machine installing the small surface mount parts used in one of our higher-tech digital amplifiers. Our product design process also uses proven, rugged, and reliable through-hole parts, large ICs, film capacitors, and ceramic resistors that require auto-insertion technology. Here you see the larger through-hole parts and ICs being added to a circuit board in one of two of the auto-insertion machines in our printed circuit board assembly area. Larger and more complex pieces are added by hand by highly skilled technicians in our electronics assembly area. Here, pieces like LEDs, switches, inductors, and capacitors are added to the boards, and any point-to-point wiring is done. Larger parts like tube sockets, tubes, and connectors are installed and hand-soldered. And here you see finished circuit boards ready for their final process, wave solder. All boards are sent through our ROHS-compliant wave solder process to seal the boards, make all the electrical connections, and affix the parts to the board. This process takes seconds, and from here the boards are completed and ready for test and inspection before installation into the chassis and cabinets you've seen fabricated in our metal shop. Here you see the product starting to take shape. This is the wiring line where all of the printed circuit boards completed in our electronics assembly area and the metal chassis you saw fabricated in our metal shop come together to become completed amplifiers, mixers, lighting systems, or to become electronic sub-assemblies for powered speakers and guitar and bass combo amplifiers. There is, of course, careful attention to detail at every point in the assembly process. And here are a number of finished amplifier sub-assemblies awaiting installation into powered speaker cabinets. The final step in the wiring process is a thorough test of every finished unit. Here a complete component test is completed, and if necessary, small repairs or circuit board touch-ups are done. Every assembled electronic component is subjected to a full comprehensive testing process to ensure it meets the design specification. Finished products are burned in over a 24-hour period to ensure component compliance and are thoroughly computer tested to ensure they meet every essential design specification. Now we come to the part of the factory where it all comes together. You are now looking at the finishing and final assembly area. Here, 3 full parallel assembly lines do the final assembly of the PA speakers, subwoofers, guitar, and bass cabinets we build at our 150,000 square foot Pickering facility. Meticulous handwork like affixing the ozite covering to wood cabinets for our Elite and YX loudspeaker products is done here. At the same time, and on a separate parallel line, we see flyware, handles, rubber feet, and fixtures applied to what will be one of our Powerline series ABS cabinets. Internal bracing, crossovers, speaker components, handles, and grills are added in separate stations down the lines. Meticulous care is taken to ensure all steps are completed exactly to the design and production engineering specifications at every stage in the process. And detailed visual inspections are carried out throughout the process. And the last stage in production is a thorough QC inspection and listening test. A trained QC technician inspects each piece. Here it is subjected to an audio precision test where the speaker, in this case, goes through a full frequency sweep to ensure it acts exactly as the design specifies. Only then is the product issued a serial number and released for packaging. At the end of the production lines, and only after the product has cleared our rigorous QC process, it is boxed for shipping to our domestic, U.S., and international customers. Great care is of course taken to ensure the product is packaged for transport to ensure it gets safely to our end users wherever in the world they may be. And the final step, warehousing and shipping. Here our product moves through our climate and humidity controlled warehouse before being shipped. All Yorkville products are of course designed by our highly skilled engineering team, also located in our Pickering facility. The centerpiece is our acoustically treated speaker lab, used for all of our acoustic sampling, design engineering, and speaker testing. Smaller labs and workstations throughout ensure our design teams have the newest CAD, CAM, and bench test equipment required to design everything from tube amplifiers through mixers, power amplifiers, digital switching power supplies, D-amps, and even LED lighting. All this can be brought from inception to final product in-house. Thank you for taking the time to join us on our factory tour. For information, please go to our website at www.yorkville.com and be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.